So this one is about some pseudo code, which is a subroutine, and we're being asked to describe the purpose of the subroutine. Well, we need to remember that mod finds remainders. So mod that we've got here by 2. This is the same as using this syntax in Python. So if our number was 6 and we modded it by 2, we'd find the remainder would be 0. So 6 mod 2 is 0. 6 divided by 2 is 3 remainder 0. So we're finding the remainders. 5 mod 2 is 1 because 5 divided by 2 is 2 remainder 1, and we're just finding the remainders. So it describes the purpose of this. Well, if you mod something by 2 and it's a number, if you get a 0, and that's what it is here, look, if x equals 0, we're returning true. So it finds if a number is odd or even, because if you mod something by 2, if you come out with 0, it's an even number. So it finds if a number is odd or even. So then there's a few supplementary questions here. So if the subroutine in the figure was called using test sub 10, so we're sending 10 to it, number becomes 10. So if number was 10, then what are we going to output? Well, we output the number, and the number is 10, and x is going to be 0 because we've got an even number, and even numbers are going to have 0 as an output. So the subroutine in the figure is called using test sub 8. So again, if number was 8, this time it's asking what the value returned is. So the return values are here, and if x equals 0, which it will be, we're going to return true. So a Boolean value true. So then state the identifier for the parameter in the figure above. So the parameter is the piece of data that we send to the subroutine. So it's number. So anything that's in brackets after a definition. So if this was in Python, it would say def test sub brackets number. So anything in those brackets are parameters. So it's called passing the parameter to it. And then the return value is going to go back to where we passed it from. So that's just a couple of questions there about mod and about how it might be used to find odd and even numbers.